Good morning, good morning. First day of the semester for me. And just like a kid before Christmas, couldn't sleep. All right, we're going to get started here in about a minute or two. Grab some yoga blocks, grab your mat, grab some water. We'll get started. All right, let's find a nice, comfortable seated position. If you hear some sizzling in the background, we have a chef in the kitchen making some fried rice for breakfast. All right, we're going to switch it up this morning. We're going to do box breathing. So, box breathing is where we are separating the 4 different parts of a breath into their own individual sections with individual counts. So, you'll have your inhale for 4 counts, and then we're going to pause with our lungs full of air for 4 counts. Then we're going to exhale for 4, and then hold at the bottom for 4, and then go through it again. So, it's 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts out, 4 counts hold, 4 counts in, and so forth. Okay? So same thing for cyclical breathing. We're going to be breathing in and out through our nose only. All right, let's give that a shot. I'll start counting at first, and then I'll have you switch over and just start counting in your head after a few rounds. Nice big inhale together. And exhale. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue going, counting on your own. 4 counts for each part of the breath. Good, and relax your breathing. Return to a natural rhythm and flow. All right, we're going to do some floor work to start. The first two exercises we're going to do, if it's your first time, can be a little hard to access them. This is a technique where we're trying to disengage and relax as much musculature as we can in the body, but still generate movement through the entire system. So this is kind of almost the opposite of what we usually do when we're weightlifting, right? It's like max effort, moving as much as possible. This is as little effort, still moving as much as possible. All right, so we're going to be on our backs, and we're going to start with the feet. So what I'm going to do is just using my toes. I'm going to start by flexing and squeezing my toes back and forth. Allow that motion to come into the heel. And then by keeping everything relaxed, you can see there's this kind of rocking motion that happens in my body, okay? If I engage my core or my legs, that rocking stops. So we just want to in the ankles, pointing and flexing the feet, getting the toes involved as well, okay? Pointing and flexing the feet. See if you can get that rock to go all the way up into your chin. If you want an extra challenge, try and make circles with the ankle. And see if you can get to move the entire body just by using the ankles. And really actively relax everything. It's kind of like foam rolling your entire back body on the floor. Good, and let that go. Nice. All right, this next one we're going to do is similar to the one for the feet, but we're going to do it with our hands and our wrists. This is also going to open up some of this musculature here on the triceps and down into the lats. So what we're going to do is fingers are going to start pointing straight up in the air. You're going to bend the elbows, bringing the fingers by the ears. If you can, see if you can get the palm flat on the floor. If not, you can be up on the fingertips, okay? Core down, so make sure you're engaged here a little bit. We don't want to just be over rounded in the back. And then I'm going to squeeze and rock my body by using my hands and fingers. This might be a little hard to access at first. If you're finding it too hard, you can add the feet in. And good, let that go. That's one to practice. Rolling over onto the side. Let's have right arm underneath. One long line. We want to make this side, this right side, as long as possible. Left leg's going to come over top, left hand on top. Rocking forward and back, using the floor to massage and open up this entire right side of the body. So you can get into that IT band, rolling forward, letting that quad stretch and roll over the floor. Pardon the noise, that was just the sliding door. Good, and feel free to roll over to the other side. Again, nice and long, left arm overhead, left leg underneath. Right leg bent, right hand on the floor. Good. We're going to roll all the way over and come into a nice child's pose. Really try to sit those hips back onto the heels, reaching forward with the arms. Active stretch. Good. Let's shift the weight forward. Left arm threading underneath the right. If you want, you can bring that right arm around and twist. Good. Switch. Big inhale, big exhale. Good. And coming up. Step the left leg forward, so we're in a lunge position. Squeezing the glutes, tucking that pelvis under. Arms by our sides, we're going to work with a little bit of shoulder extension here. So what we want to focus on is keeping the core nice and tight, not letting the ribs flare up or down as we do this movement. Okay, so we're holding the stretch here. Make nice tight fists, and then keep everything else stable. Try to reach your arms back and extend the shoulders as much as possible. What we want to avoid is this, okay? I don't want this motion. Trunk stays exactly where it is, reaching up and back. Hold, 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 and then come down. Okay? Lift, hold, 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 and come down. If you want to add an extra step, as you lift that heel in towards your butt at the same time. And release. Good. Let's do two more. Lift. Squeeze as much as you can. And release. Last one. And release. Nice. Switching legs. Start by just feeling this hip flexor stretch. Get in a good form, squeeze the butt, tucking those glutes, tucking the pelvis. Good. When you're ready, add the arms, extend. And release. If you want, you can add the leg. Squeeze. And release. Good. If you get a cramp at any point, especially in that back leg, just stretch it out a little bit. Okay. 2 or 3 more. Release. And release. Nice. Go ahead and take a moment, maybe stand up, shake it out. It's a lot of work on the hips. All right, for this next one, let's grab some blocks. We're going to get back into this kneeling position. This time we're going to extend the front leg. Blocks are going to come by the sides here. If this is, for example, still a little too tight for your hamstring, you can double up the blocks just so that you have a nice hand rest, okay? So let's have right leg in front, left leg behind. Nice neutral spine. Okay, so we want to be thinking of almost lifting that tailbone, lengthening the back of the leg here. You can stay here. For most of us, that's going to be plenty of a stretch. For me, I'm going to go a little bit further. Again, keeping that kind of neutral spine, thinking of lifting the tailbone up a little bit. Again, if you're not used to doing this position, just stay up here, okay? Good, and come out. Nice. Switching sides. Again, feel free to stay here. Or even, if that's too much, just right up here. This is one of those ones that you don't want to push yourself unless you know that you can. Remember to breathe. If you want to slide forward just a little bit, you can. release. Very nice. Take a moment, maybe shift back into a child's pose. Arms overhead. Good, and let's come out of that. Moving right along. Today's all about opening up those hips. All right, for this next stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to start with our left ankle, cross it over our right thigh. Arms go behind us, and then we just bend the right leg, bringing the left leg in towards our chest. See if we can take any roundedness out of our back, so lifting up, really driving the shoulders down and back. Think crab pose, right? But we can just rest here on the ground. I guess if you want to get a little extra shoulder work, you can do this up here in crab pose. Make sure that those shoulders are down though. Okay, depressing the scapula, chin tucked. Feel free to add a little bit of movement here, maybe a little side to side motion. Maybe see if you can move the knee an inch or two this way, inch or two that way. I find that when I add a little bit of movement into my flexibility training, my body responds a little bit better to it. It's like the nerves are like, oh yeah, okay, I can do things in this position. I don't have to tense up. And good. Let's go ahead and release. Do the other side. So left leg extended, right ankle crosses over left thigh. Bend the knee, pull that leg in towards your chest. Again, add a little movement if you'd like. Nice. Both legs extended. If you want, go ahead and put a block underneath your butt. Flex the feet back towards the face and then lean forward. Take nice deep breaths here into the lower back, the mid back, the upper back, the neck. Good, and slowly come up. Nice, we're gonna face forward. Butterfly legs, feet together, knees wide. You don't need to be super close. Kind of maybe a foot, foot and a half feet from crotch. Okay. Opening the soles of the feet, trying to open the knees towards the floor. Oh, that was not an invitation to sit, but okay, I guess we're sitting there now. All right, moving right into the next stretch. One leg out, other leg out. Try to lengthen through the spine. If you find that your lower back is really curved and you're here, you're not going to be getting much stretch in the legs, so put a block underneath your hips. And then even if that's not enough, then you bend the knees a little bit. Okay, and that'll allow you to get that nice neutral spine so that you can shift the hips forward. Good. And release. Grab underside the knee. Shake your legs out. Feel free to twist a little bit. Do any sort of movement you need to here at the end. All right, that is going to be the class for today. Kind of a more flexibility focused class. I felt like my hips could use it. Hopefully yours could too. Thank you very much. I will see everyone on Wednesday. I've got to get to class. Love you, everyone. See ya.